So, thank you for joining us at What the Duck is Happening. My name is Adrian. I'm joined by my good friend and co-host, Dru. Remember to hit that subscribe button. Please share with your friends if you're enjoying the show. It really helps us out a lot. Thank you so much for doing so. This week, we're feeling burnt out here at What the Duck is Happening. I feel like a lot of us are feeling burnt out. That's pretty much why we started this. So, for today's episode, we're getting into work. We're going to be talking all things work and what goes into interviews. Right now, it's rough out there. It's a pretty hard job market. And I feel like a lot of us out there feel like we are stuck in dead-end jobs, and not because we want to be there, but just because you look at the job market and you're just kind of stuck. There's just nothing out there. And it's extremely frustrating. I think a lot of us are in that boat. So today, we're going to break down the interview process, how frustrating it is, and go through all that. So, we got what quacks us off about job searching and interviews for today. So,
what a topic, my friend.
We thought it'd be fun, very topical, currently for us. But yeah, so we got our we're just gonna kind of shoot the shit together. We're gonna go back and forth on things that kind of piss us off. So we don't really have an overall thing. We're just gonna almost a top 10 without a 10. If we hit 20, I don't know. We'll see how long we hit each topic. We're just going to go through some stuff that pisses us off about the two things, because there are the job searching aspect of it, which is insanely annoying and hard. And then if you get through that process, get to the interview, how difficult that can be. And it's like you finally made it, and that tension builds up, and just how shitty that can be. So why don't we start with the searching part? And since we have talked about it a little bit, one of the things that's pissing me off the most about it, job searching currently, is fucking AI. Again, another way that AI is supposed to help us, but it's just fucking us over time and time again. Like, I don't know if you've noticed this, Drew, or if you've read about this or looked into this, but there's two. So AI can help you. It can make your resume look really good, right? It's helpful to go and say, hey, AI, whatever. You're going into like a restaurant field, right? And you're like, okay, hey, I need you to help put all of the keywords so that when the other company is looking through all the resumes, that it's going to see all the keywords that reflect for that job, right? So it's going to, whatever, service, like management, whatever, people skills, whatever the hell it's going to be, right? Those type of things. So that's already going to go through there. So then on that flip end, the companies are only looking at that, and they're using AI to go through that. So
if you're not using an AI chat GPT to actually pull out those key hit words in your resume, you're not even going to get seen? Is that...
So yes and no. Because if you use AI, they're using AI to also look at the fact if people are just using AI. So it's kind of like we're almost like at smarter versions of Spark Notes from when we were kids. I don't know if there's certain people out there listening to this, may not remember those, but when you would do book reports, it was just like, here's a 20-page version of that 100-page book you read with just all the important shit, so that way you can pass your test. And that's essentially what AI is doing, right? But they also, after people got onto Spark Notes, then teachers were able to look up and be like, oh, well, we're going to make sure that all the fucking questions on the test aren't in the Spark Notes questions. So then that way we can get around the motherfuckers on Spark Notes, right? And so that's essentially what they're doing, but with AI. And it's like there's people now who are like, cool, I'm going to use my resume builder through an AI thing. Cool, now my resume seems a little bit better. But now the companies are also using that to look down onto all of your resumes. So they won't even look at your resume unless it gets all those right keywords, right? It gets through all that. But then even if it does, it will be like, oh, this resume was made using AI, so don't throw that shit out. So it's like a twofold fucking cockpit.
It's a double-edged sword for sure.
Yeah, it's fucked, man.
But so I'm pretty new in the universe as far as like ChatGPT and using artificial intelligence to help me write things. Like the only thing I've really used it for was our performance reviews at work, where we're supposed to like...
Wait.
Yes.
What did you use it for?
I used it for... God, what was it? Just, because, there's like this section on where we're supposed to like write down our strengths and our weaknesses, or like things that we could improve on, or like things that we do in our work aspect. So I've used it for that, because I'm like, I'm not gonna write a full paragraph on things that so I've used it for that. But as far as using it for job hunting or resume building, like I haven't even thought to utilize that for those specific things, because I've just been in the habit of doing it on my own for so many years.
We're not.
Like I've kind of gotten like my system down of what I want to put in there and how I want to word things. But now that you're saying that jobs are using AI tools to look for specific keywords, I'm like, okay, shit, well now I gotta use AI to look up what these keywords are, and I gotta start rewriting my stuff to incorporate these, but also using my own words so it's not getting flagged as AI. And I'm like,
so the thing about AI is you need to learn how to ask AI questions, is the thing with AI, right? Like, so with a resume like that, you pull the LinkedIn post that for whatever job, right? And then in that post, it's going to post stuff, right? So like for us, for directing, I'm looking for a role. It's going to say stuff like overdrive, or Ross, like leadership skills, like things like that. So that's what I need to make sure that my resume is saying, right? So I would input my resume to the AI and then say, hey, these are all of the things that I need my resume to say. I need it to have like this amount of experience that I gave you, right? But then also I need you, and you could give it the listing, that's what's so fucking crazy. So you can like copy the listing, put it in there, give it your resume, and be like, hey, make my resume fit for all the keywords for this field or whatever, this position. And then it can tweak it, and then you have to take that and then tweak it again to make it a little more personal, and then send it through.
It's crazy. Another job.
It's crazy.
It's another job on top of the job you already have, looking for a job that you want.
Exactly.
I love it.
Yeah, that's my biggest gripe right now with the searching process. Is AI is just making it another time where I think AI was there to make things easy, but it's made things fucking more difficult. It sucks.
Of course. Things can never be easy for us, Adrian. That's not how the world works. The world wants to break us down. It wants to make us cry.
What the duck is
happening? They're doing a damn good job of it.
Goddamn right. What you got? What's something?
But like for me, so for me, it's not necessarily the resume or the job searching. Like, yes, those do suck, but for me, it's mostly the interviewing process.
Oh yeah,
like,
I got some stuff.
I know I've mentioned this before, but I'm like a very introverted person, so having to sit down with one person or a panel of people and basically sell myself, like I'm not a salesman. Like I'm not good at this, and I don't like talking to people about like trivial things like this. Like if I'm gonna talk to somebody, it's got to be like those deep conversations that I can really feel, and then they can really feel, and then we just get our feels going. Yeah. But I'm not trying to
jobs don't care about feels.
Employer. No, they don't. They look on what's the surface. They look on what skills you have, what you're gonna bring to the table, and how you're gonna mesh with the rest of the crew, because they want good vibes there, which is not really true. They just want to know if you do more work without asking any questions, and that's fucked. But yes. No, that's exactly what it is. When they say we're a family here, we got a family dynamic, you know immediately that that's a red flag, that they're like chaotic, there's high turnover and all this shit.
That's insane.
Nobody likes each other.
Yeah.
And then when they say we're looking for someone who's going to mesh with, the crew here and be a good fit, that is essentially them saying,
we got a bunch of assholes. Are you gonna?
We got a bunch of assholes that don't do their job. So if you do get hired, you're going to be doing their jobs, and we need you to do it without asking too many questions because we suck. But yeah, for me, it's the interviewing process and just putting on a fake face to sell in the moment, and then potentially getting the job.
Yeah.
Like that's what I did with the last two production jobs here at the last station. Like I didn't go to school for any of this. Like I had to bullshit my way into these jobs and then learn on the job.
Yeah, you gotta fake it till you make it.
That's just fake it till you make it. But I did it.
That's how I got here too, man. Craigslist all the way.
Craigslist.
No, I can't agree even more though. I mean, that was my other one for the interview section. I mean, the nerves, right? Like, and especially for us, right? Like, I mean, like we direct live news. Like I can direct like one of the biggest shows in California, the Big Boom, and I'm fucking calm as can be, and I'm just cruising through this goddamn show, keeping my nerves cool, keeping everybody calm. Like I am directing and managing, multiple people at once is what we're doing daily. Like constantly when we go in and we direct one show, we're talking with producers and our floor crew and the anchors, and then you got a Zoom guest you got to do and another guest. Like we have so much to manage. Easy, do that day in day out. I just had an interview recently, been trying to interview for some new stuff, and broke down in the interview. And it was just so fucking embarrassing. And it was something like I know I could do, and then just like had a little like a little brain fart, and then in the interview realizing I'm having the brain fart, and then in my head, so within like, I mean, felt like 3 minutes, but was probably like 6 seconds or whatever. Like my brain is going, oh my god, you're blowing it right now. You just fucked up. Like, what are you doing? Oh shit, no, you don't have time for this. You better fucking get on it. Like, you do not have time to be fucking around. What the hell are you doing? Talk, speak. Oh shit, am I speaking the right words? Fuck. And I'm just going through all of this in like a fractions of a second. And just like, dude, like, how am I stressing right now? Like, I handle so much, and this is something like when I'm teaching directors, it's like my biggest thing is like you have to manage stress, and it's hard to teach that, but that's like the biggest skill. I do not have time to deal with your excuse of why something broke or whatever. I don't care. Like, if people make mistakes, I'm not going to be upset at you for making a mistake. I'm going to be upset if you continue to make the mistake or don't learn from the mistake, then I'm going to be pissed. Yeah. But if but that's all I was thinking in this interview was just like, god damn it, what am I doing? You're blowing it. Wait, you don't have time to blow it. What the fuck are you doing? Go.
Breathe. Go.
Oh my god. Stressful. It was so fucking bad, dude.
So stressful, dude.
It's so hard. And like the biggest thing.
Are you normally like that in interviews, or are you typically like pretty calm in your interviews?
I suck at interviews, bro. I suck at tests.
Really?
I suck at interviews, like it constantly. And this, I don't know if you've noticed this happen to me while we're talking. And I'll think of an answer, and then because I think of it quickly, my brain goes, well, that can't be the answer because you thought of it quick. So then I won't say it, and then I'll sit there and I won't say it, and then somebody's like, oh, there's the answer. I'm like, fuck, I was about to fucking say that. I was gonna say that, and I told myself no. And I did that on tests growing up constantly. And like anytime, like in math, that was my math was my best subject, and like I would have to write out all my work, and teachers would always be like, dude, like I see in your work, like I know that you know how to do this. You're just going too fucking fast, and you're skipping shit, right?
Slow down.
But then in other stuff where you wouldn't be able to show your work, and you would just like write whatever, I would just second guess myself constantly. It was the worst. And I do that in interviews, and I'm just like fucking nervous, and like you said, you got to sell yourself. It's the interviews
beforehand. Just
no, that's the worst thing. Then I get way too nervous. That's the opposite. But I mean, interviews are about confidence, right? It's like that's one of the biggest things. So that's, I mean, I will say this: interviews, if you go into it with the attitude, and it's really hard to do, but I have had a couple interviews where I was confident and just had that confidence. But if you go in like, why should I want to work for you? Not why do I need this, or like I need you as the company. It's like, no, why do you need me? Like, why should I decide to give my skill set and my talents to you, right? And if you think about it like that and go into it like that, it brings your confidence up and it makes it so much better. Like, and have those questions. Like, I've been doing that because I've been interviewing lately, and it's helped so much. Like, going in and not just being like, oh my god, I need this, but going in like, okay, well, everything you said sounds cool, but okay, well, like, so what's my day-to-day gonna be if I take this job? Okay, cool. So like, what about my time off? How much do I get? Like, what are like what's the growth opportunity is one of my biggest ones. Like, okay, so say I start here, what about 3 years from now? Is there going to be growth? Do I have anywhere to move up to? Do you guys have good raises and bonuses? Like, what's your time off like? But like asking those questions then puts them on the like, oh wait, hold on, okay, yeah, well, this is let me answer, right? It puts them kind of on the back pedal, and you're like, well, why the fuck should I want to be here, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it makes it so much better, but it's so hard to get in that fucking mindset. Like, you have to be confident in what you're doing, but I noticed for myself that's like the best thing I could do. And I've had 2 interviews recently. One where I went in with that mindset, was killing it, and then another one was feeling more nervous about that job because the skills were more qualified, and got so much more nervous, and I could tell the difference in myself in each interview. It was like one, I was like, fuck you, why do I want you? And the other one was like, I need it. I'm scared. I'm so nervous. Like, thank you so much for the chance. It's rough, man. It's rough.
It is definitely hard.
I feel
but
it.
We got to do it.
You gotta do it.
We're stuck at a place that doesn't appreciate us, that doesn't, take care of its employees, and you gotta get out of here, man.
Yeah, there's too many companies out there right now, just too many people out there feeling overworked, underpaid, right? Like having the want to give more to their company, like us, right? It's like, I want to do it. I'm ready to show up and give my best and give it all and fucking like push myself as much as I can. I want to do that. But you can only do that for so much, right? You can only do it for so long without getting a promotion or a raise or anything for your merits, to where you're like, okay, well, what the fuck is the point, right? Like, why try hard
myself for no reason?
Yeah, if I'm gonna do all this for you to be like, oh well, here, I'm gonna give you a 1-2% raise like everybody else in this building, and a 1-2% raise doesn't even go with inflation, which is bullshit to start. That shouldn't even be a fucking raise to begin with. But it's like, why work hard to? What's the incentive, right? Like, there's too much of the company wanting this, and this, and us not requesting the other end, and them stepping on us, right? And that's what I mean with that interview process. Like, if you go in like, oh, I don't know anything, I just want this so bad, well, then they can easily come in and be like, okay, well, I don't. Fuck off. Like, you're not confident. Do we really want you? I don't know. You don't seem very very good. But if you go in like, okay, well, why should I choose you? That puts the interviewer on that, like, oh, okay, well, this person, you're creating value within yourself, essentially.
Right.
Is like the biggest thing you can do in an interviewing process, which is why it's so hard for the resumes to like, okay, well, I got to fight with this AI stuff and get in there and do that. But I will say I haven't used AI on any of my shit. So, just wrote it. So
maybe we start.
I was able to get through without it. So we'll do the interview process. We'll see. But
can't use AI in the interview process, especially if it's in person.
Exactly. That was my next thing about the interview process. So that's like the hardest thing for me, is the waiting game. And twofold. One, the waiting right before, which when we're directing shows, and I think this is for anything in life, that like anticipation before you start is like one of the most frustrating things on the planet. And this could be
going through your mind, and you're just thinking about all the possibilities, how it can go, how it might go, and all the different things.
It's awful. Anything like your wedding day, for your job, for like a big moment, if you're like in sports and you're about to go play whatever your position is, like anything, it's just so fucking hard to get out there and just sit around for 20 minutes until it happens. It's the fucking worst. And then on the flip,
they call your name and say it's your turn.
Yep.
Okay.
Then
I'm sweating balls out here already.
Yeah.
Let me go change my shirt before the interview.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Great. Yeah. My jersey's already fucking wet, and I haven't even played a second. But then the flip end, I know, was the hardest thing for me. I had to like take a day off the other day because it was just getting to me so bad. Of just like, you go in and I had a good interview. It was my second interview, but I did make a mistake. And like I was saying earlier, I got in my own head and started tripping up on it. And then all I could think about after the interview was, oh fuck, like I made a mistake. Like, oh, I'm fucking tripping out. Like, do I say something? Do I address it? Do I say like, oh, I was just nervous because what do I say? You
always replay it after the fact, and you're like, oh, yeah, I could have said this, and this. I had this already ready in the chamber, and I could have done it, but the nerves
was
get
awful.
to you.
It was awful, dude, and I'm just stressing so bad. And then I email them the next morning, just like, hey, thank you so much for the opportunity. I look forward to hearing from you, blah, blah, like the simple follow-up after something like that. Right. And then no response. and then no response the next day, and I'm just like, okay, I guess I fucked up. I guess it's over. I guess I didn't get that one. And then Friday, thank God, they hit me up and they were like, all right,
they hit you up. Nice.
Here's your next one. We'll follow up. So I got something scheduled this week, so we'll see. We'll see. This is gonna be they called it the lightning round, so we'll see. Okay. I'm nervous, but yeah, I'm excited. So.
Breathe.
But it was so stressful, the waiting game, that anticipation. It's like you're so stressed out just trying to look up for the job as it is, and then to have to go through all this other shit. And it just sucks that like this is the way that the interviewing process works. And I can't think of another way to do it. It's like you have to sit in the room and talk with your manager so that they can get a good vibe on you. But it just sucks that like if you're just not good with people or good at talking, especially good in that moment, like you're fucked. You could be the smartest, best employee ever on a normal day, but then during that interview process the nerves catch up and all of a sudden boom, you just lost the best opportunity in the world. And not because you weren't the most qualified, just because this other idiot and normally like, and I don't want to say that, but this other idiot was able to go and talk and present himself better, so now they have the job instead. And it's like, you weren't as qualified. You suck. It's almost like you're dumb enough to not worry about it, so you're able to talk. And I'm fucking over here overthinking and stressing. It sucks. So it's the worst. Good luck to everybody out there looking.
Yeah.
We're all going through these frustrations. They suck. It's part of the game, baby. You just gotta overcome. Step up. Keep pushing. I saw this one guy. I don't know if you've seen this. I saw it like a year ago, and it's like recycling on social media. This guy, he made his resume a box of donuts and then personally walked into separate businesses and he delivered. So basically he made the box, like he printed his resume onto the box of the donut on the inside of the box, and then the outside looked like, instead of Randy's, it was Dandy's, like it looked just like a thing. And then he was like, oh, yeah, no, like Uber delivery or like special delivery for, the managers, like, just got some donuts. And then the people at the front desk were like, oh, whatever. Okay, sure. Donuts, let him in. Or even take the box without letting him in. And then the managers get the donuts, they open the box, and then boom, here's his resume. And because it's like, dude, that's creative as fuck.
It's out there, it's new.
Yeah. How do you not read that and be like, dude, this is impressive? Like, you took a lot of work.
Even if the resume itself isn't impressive, the act of going through all that effort.
That took all. And which is badass. But then it's like, dude, is that what I gotta do? I gotta fucking print up donuts and go personally deliver just so I could get a job, just so I could get ahead on LinkedIn with these other thousands of fucking kids getting out of the work field. Like, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Well, and like now that I think of it, like finding different ways to present resumes, like the last couple jobs that I've had it in, like I've known somebody already in the company, already doing the job, and come in on their recommendations. So now, if I like go somewhere completely different, I got to start from like literally ground zero. And I know that's like a stupid thing to say. Like a lot of people do have to do that. Like they don't have an in everywhere they're applying. Yeah. But I'm just now at this current moment thinking about that shit. I've known somebody at the last couple places that I've applied to, and so damn. You can do it. You just gotta fake it till you just gotta fake it till you make it, and they'll teach you. The one thing I've learned the most is that like they will teach you the job the way they want it done, regardless of your skill position. Right? Yeah. Like even if you're up here or down here, whenever you start, they're gonna be like, well, I don't care what you did before. This is how we do it here. So we're gonna reteach you. But yeah, getting in that front door it's a bitch. It's tricky. We're all going through it. Just got to keep pushing. And then if you get the job, like you've gone through the resume process, you've gone through the hunting, you've gone through the interview, the second, third interview, and you get it, then you got first stage jitters.
Yeah. Those are easy though.
You gotta think about how you're gonna fit in, how you're gonna mesh with the people, what people are the good people to talk to, what people are the shitty people to talk to.
Those are the fun days. I like those days.
First day of school, dude. I fucking hated first days of school.
Those are the fun days.
I hated it so much. Like, I think my first day on the morning shift was the first day that I met Javon. And like, well, you know how he is now. Like, he's super funny, like super energetic, like loves everybody. Like the first time I met him, I got met with a "Hey, what's up?" and then just walks away. I'm just like, well, fuck this dude. Like, this guy sucks. But then, like, the very next day, he was like my best friend. I was like, oh, okay.
Just didn't realize that you were like in production. You thought you were just like some guy. You were just like, hey, what's up, dude?
It's so weird.
Bye.
And then Tricky, he's still convinced that we worked together on the night side at some point, and I don't remember him at all. Like, he brings it up all the time, like, well, you know, when we worked together on night side, that you don't remember me on.
I have heard him say that.
I was like, dude, I swear to God, I had never met you on night side. He's like, yes, you have. That's why when I heard that you were coming to the mornings, I was so stoked because I knew what a great worker you are, what a cool dude you were, and blah 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 blah. And I was like, thanks. I don't remember.
Still never met you. Still don't know who you are. That's awesome. I fucked up when I first started there. That guy Eric, I kept, and he already didn't like me for whatever reason. I don't know why. I like never talked to him.
Editor Eric?
No, Eric Severson. He was a director before. I don't know if you ever met him.
No,
because you took his morning spot. So yeah, I don't think you ever met him. I could tell he just didn't like me for whatever reason when I first started, and then apparently I don't know how many times I did it. Because I know he waited before he brought it up. I would finish my show, and in my head, I'm like, okay, next show's the 8. So I would load in the 8 instead of the 7 a.m. because I had just finished the 6 a.m. So when we're directing, I finish my 6 a.m. hour, and then in our computer system, I load in the next hour for the next director. So I would have loaded in the 7 a.m. But I just started directing at this station, and I was brand new. And so in my head, I'm like, 8 a.m. is the next thing on my mind. That's the next thing I'm doing. Load in the 8 a.m., get up, walk away. He doesn't say anything. Cool. Next day, do the same thing. Apparently, I did it a few times, and then he was like, dude, are you fucking with me? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he's like, you keep loading the wrong show. And I was like, huh? And he's like, you're loading the wrong hour. And I was like, oh, shit. And I was like, dude, I'm so sorry. I was like, I don't know you good enough to fuck with you. I was like, I just met you. There was no way I am doing this on purpose. Like, I am so fucking sorry. But I swear he thought I was doing it on purpose and just kept hating on me.
Well, no wonder he didn't like you.
I was just like, I don't, whatever.
Sabotage his
shows. It's like, my bad, man. Like, if you would have said this the first day, I would have fucking noticed and not done it. But if you let this shit go, it's on you at that point, man. I'm sorry.
Well, you should have done it in the first place.
My bad.
It's on you.
Whatever. Yeah, I don't know. We're all out there together, you guys. So I guess that's the biggest part today. We just wanted to talk a little bit of shit about the job searching and interviewing process. We're both going through it. I think a lot of people out there in there, I keep seeing more and more on social media about just that overall frustration and fear I think a lot of people have right now with just not just AI, but just like the overpopulation and like there's not enough jobs really. And the jobs that are there are starting to go away. I mean, might as well get good with your hands because we're off that.
I'm pretty good with my hands.
The robots are here. But it's stressful. And I think the biggest note of today is just remember out there, you guys, you are not alone. We are all fucking going through this. There's so many people out there who are going through the same stress as you are and who are trying to interview and go through jobs and go through life and all the bullshit that's out there. And that's why we started this. That's why we all are going through that feeling of what the duck is happening. So thank you guys so much for listening today. I'm pretty sure that's about it for today, right, Drew? I don't really got much more to say.
I think so.
I think it's time for us to go play some video games. We're going to hop on Arc. If any of y'all want to hop on the video game train with us, please join along on PlayStation. That's where we're always at when we're not at work. Mm-hmm. And
because
remember,
we can escape from the real world.
I can escape the real world in my video games. So remember, follow, like, subscribe, leave a comment wherever you're listening, watching. We really appreciate it. We are a small independent podcast, so all of that really goes a long way. Thank you so much for checking us out at What the Duck is Happening. We'll see you next week.